So welcome back to the channel, guys. Today from Rising Fish Keeping, and today we've got some real bad news. Basically I walked in the other morning. I've just come home from work now, so I'm covering in everything, but I walked in yesterday morning to find my big cichlid tank, which I'll flip around in a minute. We're just leaking all over my fish room. I'll put up a little clip just here so you can see what we're going on, but it wasn't a good sight. Obviously I was just doing some bits in the garden. I could hear like running water, which I shouldn't be able to hear in my fish room, and once I've come into that. So basically I've made a bit of a makeshift tank. I've sort of said all the way along this channel, I'll show the good with the bad. You know, we've got all the breeding projects going, everything's going really well, but this disaster was just horrendous to see, and I had to act really fast because I had two big cichlids in that tank. So at the moment I've set up a bit of a temporary tank for these guys, but I'll show you what's going on anyway, and we'll just get into it really. So as you can see, I've drained the cichlid tank down. There's still a little bit of water in there. I'm going to take it down, but I mean it's a bit of good with the bad. I suppose you can look at it in two ways. I did need to paint behind here because you can see the water sort of ingressing onto the wall there, but I need to paint this section, the shelf. And obviously you've just seen the clip there with the water coming out, and it was just coming out in the middle here. The glass had actually bowed round, so it was bowing round. I could actually touch the bottom of this pane of glass, like fully touch it, and the silicone had just gone, it popped just here. Which is a real shame, but obviously I've got to react to whatever's going on. So we've got the tank ripped down here. I've just set up this bucket just down here on the floor. I've just put this sort of plastic over it with this salt holding it down for now. But goes to Phantom and Fine in here. I've got one of the sponge filters. There's another one just here. I've just kept it in water just to keep the cycle going. I can't really get a good shot of these guys. Obviously the bucket's black, so I can't get a shot of the fish, but we've got a heater just in here, a 100-watt heater, and the water temperature's fine. And then we've just got this big sponge filter in there as well. You can just see the top of Ghost just here. So they're doing all right. I can see them, they're swimming around and stuff. Obviously this is not ideal. It's a temporary measure, and it's just how I reacted at the time. I needed to get the water out of the tank as fast as possible, and get these guys into some water that were heated and clean. So I basically siphoned some of the tank water into here really fast, and then just put sort of like lid thing on with a sponge filter to keep it cycled. I'm just gonna have to keep them in here for a couple of days until I can get some of this silicone delivered. I'm gonna basically clean all this tank out, and it's been due a good clean anyway. And we're going to re-silicone all the points. I'm going to clean all the silicone out and re-silicone the bottom back on the whole way around, and go over the sides as well, so it's fully, you know, siliconed again. But I did say to you guys that I'd show you everything, and that's what's going on. So disaster in the fish room. It got a bit flooded. The carpet's really wet just here. I've had this heater going and also a fan heater trying to dry out everywhere really. You can see it's gone up the wall a little bit just here, and that's just soaking up from the floor. But we're going to try and get it dried out as fast as possible. These things happen, guys. You know, if you're keeping a fish room like this, you've got to be sort of aware that you might have leaks in some of the tanks. It's the first tank that I've ever had leak on me, which is a real shame, because obviously, you know, the fish room's an absolute mess. I had pipes going everywhere trying to siphon the water out. I've got buckets going everywhere trying to siphon the water out of the fish room as quickly as possible. Basically I didn't want this pane of glass just blast out with like half a tank, 3/4 of a tank of water. It drained down probably about, I don't know, maybe a third of a tank. So there were quite a lot of water that were just going all over the floor. I managed to get a bucket underneath just here, so it was sort of going into the bucket, and I was siphoning it like real quick. I had two hoses just pumping water out of the fish room. So I'll give you an update on this one, guys, on probably my next video. Thanks to all my subscribers, thanks for following. Please leave a like and a comment. It really helps out my channel. I think I need 20 more subscribers to hit 1,000 now, so thank you all for subscribing to my channel. I really appreciate it. And like I say, I'll put an update video on this one in the next couple of days. Hopefully we'll get it sealed up, get it all cured and stuff. Maybe I have to leave it for a week or so, and I'll give you an update once we get the fish back in. They're all safe and sound back in the tank. But thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.